Hey traders, welcome back to our weekly market outlook. I'm Mr. Wax from ForexSPV. As always, every week beginning, we break down key market structures. So guys, you are prepared ahead of the new trading week. So on today's analysis, I'll be looking at a few pairs, including Euro USD, including Euro JPY, Gold, Pound CAD, USD ZAR, and also GBP USD. So let us start with these major pairs. And the dollar is actually very weak right now. So from last week, we had a weak dollar. So this was last week on dollar. So very weak dollar, and you can see how it opened this week. So we are still looking at weak dollar scenario. So if you look at the weekly market structure or the monthly market structure, you find out the dollar is still strong going down. Okay, so we're about to break that zone and continue down. So what does that imply to these major pairs? You find pairs like GBP USD, Euro USD having a bullish market structure. So you can see this is GBP USD monthly time frame. The market structure is strong. We are having a bullish momentum here, a very strong bullish momentum going up. And we can look at our next target. So this is, we have an order block here. So this is an area of resistance, and we have the 200 EMA. So this trend, our next target should be the next resistance, which is this point or this point. So the same to the weekly time frame, we can narrow it down. Okay, so here we have like a breaker block. So we have a breaker block right there. So we have the 800 EMA right there. So we are still having a bullish market structure even on the weekly time frame. So we usually also look at the TDI here. So if you look at the TDI in the weekly, you find that on areas where we had actual reversals, we are having a shark fin. We are having a shark fin. So right now, we are about to have a shark fin, but also we are about to close into the next area of resistance. So this is the daily time frame. And you can see we had a retracement here, and last week is where the market actually reversed direction, and we are going up. So the TDI for the hour 4 is on the uh, level high, showing features of forming a shark fin here as it did on the previous. So let us see what the market maker cycle is telling us. So we had a peak here on the 800 EMA. So our 3 times ADR, if you read here, is around 315. So where is 315? So it's around this point. Okay, so here is where uh the cycle was completed. And so this here is what we call a quick reset. And what are the characteristics of a quick reset? They usually form around the 50 MA on the hour one time frame. And if you go to the daily, it will be a continuation of a trend, and price actually bounces around the 5 EMA, so the yellow one, the master. So see, price bounced around the master, but also we had that area of resistance there, although right now it is a support area. So that is a quick reset right there, and we expect to see a complete market maker cycle going up after a quick reset like that. So our ADR is around 105. That's ADR times 1. So ADR times 2, we are still going up to ADR 3. Okay, so I can simply continue withdrawing the third ADR boxes, ADR box later on. So uh on week beginning like this, we expect for the market to show a false move for the week beginning before continuing going up. And you can see right now, the market simply opened and continued with the trend. So if I were to take an entry here, I would wait for a retracement. So I would wait for a retracement maybe around this point here where there's a blue tracer. So there's yesterday's high and the 50 MA. So that's a good area for the retracement to come and then continue up. So with this retracement, that's where we'll get a pattern for us to take a buy trade there. Because if you enter here, it simply be chasing price and there is no actual entry for us at that point. So let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD and GBP USD have a positive correlation. So we expect most of the times these pairs to move in the same direction. Most of the times, not all the time. So here we'll be looking at the market structure of price action. And we need to identify if we are on a bullish market structure or on a bearish market structure. So right here, you can see we are still on a bullish market structure on this one. And when you go to the weekly time frame, you can see price had this retracement. And from last week, we can see prices now continuing the trend. So you can see a continuation of the trend. And this is on the daily time frame. So price actually formed uh, this area of support here, and we ought to go up. Okay, so this is the daily time frame, and you can see we are having a bullish trend here. See, price formed this area of support here, and then we continue going up. So let us go to the market structure of, let us go to the market maker cycle and see what it holds. So we had this as a peak, and I think we are having a peak reset at this point here. Okay, so if we measure 3 times ADR, it's around 297. So if you measure, you can see it actually completed last week. So on Wednesday, Thursday, and then we had this retracement here coming to form a peak reset around this point, and then continue going up. Okay, so our ADR is around 99. We are on a bullish market maker cycle. Okay, so we are still going up on Euro USD. And what should we expect as price has already moved during the Asian session? Right now, we should be expecting for a retracement and then a continuation going up. And where would the retracement go? We have, this is a very good area. We have the half point. So this line here is called a half point. We have the 50 MA, but also we have the yesterday's high here. So we have the blue tracer. But then we have this zone here where we have previous day New York high. So it is also the Asian low. This is also a very good zone for the price to retrace before continuing going up. So my anticipation here is for you to wait for a pattern to buy because the market structure is showing a bullish movement, but also the market maker cycle is still on a bullish trend. So you can see how Euro JPY had completed its 3 times a year last week. So we had the strong movements going down. This is like a stop point here. This is like a stop point here. And it happened on all JPY pairs. This happened on all JPY pairs. Let me load the template again and do analysis on this. Okay, so the monthly time frame here is where we look at the market structure price action. So is it bullish? Is it bearish? Let us see. So the current market price is around this point. So it's around 162.608. So we are looking at areas of support and resistance that are close to the current market price to know what is the current market structure. So we have support here. So we have a support and we are an area of resistance, although here it suggests that the market structure is simply bullish. And this is the weekly time frame. We had a retracement and we are laying on the 50 MA here where we should have a possible continuation going up. So a retracement, a continuation going up. This is the daily time frame. See price bouncing around the 200 EMA. And price has been like bouncing around this zone here. Simply, it is on like a stiff consolidation here on the week, on the daily time frame. You can see the whole month of April was chaotic here. And at least on May, you can see we had like these trends, but still it has not established a trend for itself here. It has not established a trend for itself. That's why we have like a doji here on the weekly candle. So last weekend. So right now, when you look at it, this is the hour time frame. Price is around the 800 EMA. We had this liquidity raid. So this is a liquidity raid, typical, because we had these lows here, and then price came and broke these lows, finding stop losses, finding sell stop orders, and collecting them as liquidity, and then we had the reversal. And you can see here, we're having like a W on the TDI also, which reflects this W here. Okay, so this here is a possible reversal. So we are having a reversal here on Euro JPY, yeah? We're having a reversal to go up. So let me draw the ADR boxes. So this here is it's a good pick for me because we have already raided the sell stop below. So we had a liquidity pool raid just before reversing. And that's a good sign for me because when you see price reversing direction, simply means market makers have run a level of liquidity and therefore reversal is imminent. And this is what is happening right now. But then uh, it has already moved during the Asian session. We're having like 74 pips movement around the Asian session. So the only time I would seek for a trade on this pair is maybe very late London or New York session. And you can see here it is showing momentum still continue going up. Okay, so like one, two, and now three. So after that, I would expect for a very bigger retracement, perhaps to find this area here, which would form like a head and shoulder pattern, and then continue going up. Okay? So that is my anticipation on Euro JPY. So let us go to gold. So gold is now back to its bullish trend. You can see how last week candle has closed. A very good bullish candle. So a bullish market structure still holds on gold. So when you draw, this here is our support based on the reclaimed order block there. Okay, so on the daily, we can squeeze it in like that. So this is where price has bounced, and you can see the momentum going up. So I didn't load the exotic template. Okay, let me draw that again. So on the hour four, we had a bearish gap lay here, but it was simply for a retracement and then continuation going up because other criteria for reversals were not in place. And this is the TDI. You can see we are about to reach the level high. So therefore, that means we are about maybe to complete this cycle. So the peak was right here, and our ADR is 880.40.01. So find it. So ADR times 1, ADR times 2, the ADR times 3. Okay, so our peak, we had the 3 levels. So on gold, I think we should expect for a peak reset, a good peak reset to form here. So we should be expecting for a good peak reset to form here and then go up. That is my anticipation on gold. Because the momentum and the market structure is bullish. So we need to align with what the higher time frame is telling us of, or we need to have a setup that follows higher time frame buyers. So this is the pound card. This is pound card, and you can see we are still on a bullish market structure on this. We're still on a bullish market structure. You can see how it is going on the weekly time frame. So this here is like a W formation on this EMA. So on the 13 EMA, the catch up. And this is the daily time frame. You can see price is struggling to break this zone here. Okay, so we should expect for this zone to be broken this week. And price is at an area of peak reset right now. Even the TDI is at around the level middle here. Okay, so if you look at this, this was our last peak formation low. Our ADR 10-3 is around 342. So if you measure here, okay, so it has already completed. So around 340 is around there. And right now we should expect for GBP card to form a peak reset. So a peak reset before we continue going up. And a good peak reset will be around this zone where we have the station zone, we have the 200 EMA right there. So there is where we should be expecting for a peak reset to occur. But then if it breaks this zone, Our next target should be this large quarter point, and the 12, 800 EMA is also there. We also having an area of support there. So that's where they will come to form a peak reset. But I would be looking out for price to form a peak reset before continuing going up. Okay, so this is USD ZAR, and USD ZAR had actually formed a quick reset right here. So it actually formed a quick reset right here. We took a trade on GBP on USD ZAR last week by around this zone, and it gave us like 35, 40 pips here before having this reversal, huh? And this here was a quick reset, eh? So this here was a quick reset, and price has actually been seen going down, eh? Okay, so let us like do analysis from higher up. So the monthly time frame, you can see how this candle is having a very, very strong bearish momentum, eh? But then we are at this order block here. So we are at this order block. Where is our area of support? Okay. We are this order block. So this is the weekly time frame. And you can see the market had moved very big. And we had actually broken this low, so a liquidity range, and we had at uh, at an order block based on the monthly time frame. So on the daily time frame, we expected for price to reverse around this 800 EMA, but then price have broken it, and I think they are finding liquidity down here. So this is a move in search of liquidity, and they might break this low here, find this area of resistance before going up. So let us draw a error boxes here. So okay, so this is the TDI on the R4. So just around the level middle is where TDI reversed. We are going to find the level low. So if you are looking to sell this USD ZAR, your target should be this point here. The target should be this point before the market reverses. And this is an area where they will be breaking this low for a liquidity range, but then we'll be finding this order block here and then continue going up. So USD ZAR is a sell, eh? USD ZAR is a sell. So I should expect for the market to retrace. So that's a weak beginning false move and then continue with the sell. Okay. So that is it on my analysis today. So that's what I wanted to share with you as we are going to be having a good profitable week this week. So if you're part of the Signal or mentorship groups, this is where we take action. But even if you're not, I hope this gives you clarity for your trades this week. So don't forget to like, drop a comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to join us on our training or Signal service, you know where to find us. You can simply find me on WhatsApp, or you can simply text me on Telegram or on Instagram, and I'll be there to help you. See you next week, and have a good, profitable week. Thank you.